No one's here. People don't, I genuinely, I'm so serious, I don't think people know this exists.
What's this Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. You're gonna solve that mystery.
Hey kids, it's your dad. We're gonna solve a mystery today. So what are we solving, you ask? Well, I found out that apparently there's an airplane graveyard in Orlando. At least so I've heard. So I've come to the one place that can answer our question, if that's true or not. The airport. My assumption is that if there's an airplane graveyard here in Orlando, the airport probably knows about it. Probably, hopefully. And I know what you're thinking, gee, why don't you just Google it? I don't know what it's called. I've seen pictures of it, that's how I found out about it. But I couldn't find the name anywhere, so I figured I'd just come here and ask. Now, the only question is, where in the airport do I look? Because airports aren't museums. They're not like crawling with history. So, I don't know, do I just ask someone or like, do I just look to see if I can find like fossils or like remnants of whatever I'm looking for? That's the thing, I'm looking for something that I'm not even sure exists. Like it's a mystery, I don't know if it's actually real or not, so this might not work. Oh my god, wait, there's an information desk. What am I thinking? That's where we start. Hi. So I found this picture online. I was wondering if you knew if it was like still a thing or if it was open at all.
Here?
Yeah, because it says that it's here.
But not in here. Is it in here?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just around the airport, but I'm not sure if it's like even still open or anything. Okay, just don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. Okay, well that was strange. She said that she didn't know, like, it was a thing. But like when I showed her the picture, her face definitely showed she knew what it was. I think they're hiding this. This is a real mystery here we got. Like the face she made was like, whoa, why are you asking about that? Not a look of like, oh, I have no clue what that is. What's going on here, man? What is going on in Orlando? But you know what, we're not gonna give up that easy. We're not just gonna stop just because one person said they don't know. You know, they definitely looked like they did know. We're gonna keep looking. We're gonna find out where this thing's at. Or we'll just keep looking for nothing because it doesn't exist. Also, look at this guy, sleeping on the job. You know where I think we should look? The only trustworthy people in this city, all right? The USO. I'm sure they know what's going on. Let's go talk to them.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue.
This is really weird. I've never seen this part of the airport. We're on level 1. I didn't know this was a thing. This was like the back rooms.
Not me accidentally finding the Denver airport back rooms. Like this shit just keeps going on and on.
This is strange. This is really weird. But the USO is apparently right over here. So hopefully we'll find what we're looking for. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I was just wondering if you all knew anything about it, like any extra like history facts.
I
You all
don't.
possibly
I'm
know.
gonna be honest with you. I don't.
No, not the B-52.
Okay.
I don't either.
No worries. I'm just wondering. Thank you all.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, so apparently no one knows, but I did get the name.
Not the B-52.
So all we got to do now is Google it. We're coming, baby. It's called B-52 Memorial Park. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Mystery Incorporated, G Incorporated. Holy crap! This is huge! What? How is this just here? Like no one knows about this. Look at this. Do you all see how big that? Hold on. Let me show you how big this is.
Hey, yo!
This is like actually surreal to me. Like, this is unbelievable. Like, it's so intimidating. I don't know about you all, but I've never been like this close to a plane. Actually, that's not true. I've actually got some stories to tell you. I have, but not in recent times, not recently. It really makes you realize like how insane like these pieces of like engineering and like marvelous technologies it is. Marvelous technologies it is. What's crazy is you can just walk up and just, I mean, wow. Like what? And the tires too, like you can just touch all this, like it's just right here. Like, obviously don't climb on it, I think that's a good idea, but oh, see, look at that, yep. Don't climb. Look at me, learning. Look at this though. Oh. Like, bro, can you imagine where these wheels have been? Why is it like I got wheeled here? Do you see that? You see the tire tracks? Huh. Mystery to solve here. This is just nuts being this close to a plane. Like, I've never seen that it has words on it. Attached jacking fitting here with 20 whatever bolts. This is nuts. Like, think about this. Like, back in the day, right? Like when World War II times, like these airplanes weren't made with like robots like they are now. Like, this is all put together by hand. So like these bolts here, like these were all put in by hand. You understand how insane that is? It's pretty nuts. I'm also ruining my white Vans right now. I totally just realized, look at this. I'm stepping right in mud. The stuff I do for you all. Okay, before we keep looking around this plane, because, I mean, I want to look at every single inch of it. We need to learn the history of it. Why is this here? What is this thing? And luckily for us, there's plaques, because this is a park. This park is dedicated to the men and women of the 306th Bomb Wing and the citizens of Orlando area in memory of the long-standing close relationship which existed between the members of the USAF Strategic Air Command and this community between 1957 and 1974. Oh, that's the other thing I feel like I forgot to tell you all. So apparently, and this, I'm pretty sure this is right, our airport, Orlando's airport, used to be like for the Air Force. And they just turned into an airport, which is why it's called MCO, because there's something else. I feel like I should know it, but I don't know it at this moment. Look at how insane this is. Do you see this? I mean, it's just here and no one knows about it. Oh, it saddens me a little bit. Like, this is such a cool thing. Like, there's so much history everywhere. Like, no one appreciates it. All the kids want to do is sit on their phones and subscribe on TikTok. It's really upsetting, man. Oh wait, there's another plaque right here. What's this one say? Oh, this is kind of hard to read. Okay. It says, this veteran bomber is the last of its breed to be retired from active duty. Her final flight from Carswell Air Force Base, Fort Worth, Texas to Orlando was made on February 20th, 1984. 1984? This has been here for 40 years! Holy crap! 40 years! The black paint of the Air Force 687 attests to many combat stories in the Vietnam conflict. The wrinkled skin to many low altitude training flights for the strategic mission, and the massive silhouette to the thousands of hours landing that epitomized the SAC dedication. Peace is our profession. From 1963 to 1974, the 306th Bombered Wing of the McCoy Air Force Base. Oh, that's what it is. Our airport, Orlando's airport, used to be like for the Air Force. And they just turned into an airport, which is why it's called MCO. Oh, whoa, check this out. They've got this it's like the wing flap is like down. Like open, you can see it. This is really cool. Whoa, so many wires and things that go into it. Like, it just blows my mind that things like this exist. Like, we all just take it for such granted. Like, yeah, an airplane's cool. Do you know what it takes to make an airplane fly? I don't. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, what's that wire do? I don't know. I'm assuming maybe it has something to do with this, but like, the fact that we just figured out how to make wires do things, I don't know. I think I'm thinking too much. The fact that we figured out how to make wires do things, like pull wheels up and down so that we can land massive ton weighted cars, boxes that walk us around places and transport us to different cities and countries. It's insane to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oh, look, we got some other people here. Look at this. Somebody's appreciating history. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. I will say, there's a lot of wasp here. I don't know if you will see that or not. But there's a lot. Luckily for you all, I'm not afraid of wasps or bees. Personally, I think they're all allergic to me because I've never been stung once. So another reason this is such a big deal to me personally is my grandpa, my hero, he's passed away now. He was in the Air Force. And I remember as a kid, he would take us to the Air Force bases where he like worked at. And we get to see like airplanes up close just like this. So airplanes have always had like a kind of special place in my heart just because I've always associated them with my grandpa. So it's just really special to be here and like, I don't know, it almost kind of feels like I'm with him like being here, so. It's just really nice. See what I mean though? There's so many things here, like liquid oxygen breathing access. To the average Joe, you and me, we don't know what that means. We don't know why that's there. But people who like make planes and people who are in charge of our safety, they know exactly why it's there. And it's for good reason. Also, I know I showed you all the size of the airplane. Let me show you how big these tires are so you can get a real sense of it. I am, for reference, I'm about 5'10". 5'10", 5'11" with socks on.
Okay, good.
These are airplane tires. They're huge. Oh, look at this, look at this. See if we can get a shot of this. Oh, the wasps. I don't want to get too close now. Or the bees. Look, they're right under the hood. Oh, that's a good shot. Look at these little guys.
You like jazz?
So yeah, so if you caught that earlier when I mentioned the whole McCoy Air Force Base thing and how our airport used to be an Air Force base, yes, apparently, according to my research, this was actually a training base during World War II from 1951 to 1975, which is pretty crazy. Like, think about it like this. When you come to Orlando, when you land in the airport, you are somewhere where the U.S. military used to train for World War I. And like, you've never known that until now. Like, talk about a fun fact. You think you're coming down for Disney World to have a good time, go see Mickey and Minnie. You're in a history museum as soon as you step in there at Orlando. And apparently not only was it used, did I say World War I? I meant World War II. It was also used during the Cold War and the Vietnam War. Like, that's pretty insane, dude. And also, according to my research, it was Orlando's biggest employer and economic backbone prior to the opening of Walt Disney World. Like, what? This is so, like, there's so much history here. Like, I don't think you understand how much history is in Orlando. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm making these videos, because no one else knows. And no one else seems scared. So you know what? It'll be me. I'll do it. I'll make sure y'all understand. Because you know what? Someone's got to do it. So why not me? Why not G? The crazy thing is, I'm really not like a super huge history guy. I really never have been. I think it's interesting, like, the Roman Empire comes up. I know that people make jokes about that, but like, I really do think about it a lot, especially with like Julius Caesar. Like, I'm not gonna get into it, but basically, like, Julius Caesar, right? Had Julius Caesar not been killed and assassinated by people around him, there's a very good chance that, like, Rome would have pretty much ruled the world. And who knows how long that would have happened? Who knows what would have happened after that? So, like, it's all these little events that like really affect history that you really don't. I feel like you don't understand the gravity of it. Little things like this, like, had Disney never come to Orlando, maybe Orlando wouldn't. Literally, the city of Orlando, like, you understand the impact that Disney had, that Disney changed this entire city for, and how it became a tourist destination instead of apparently an Air Force. Like, that was the backbone, was the Air Force here. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Like, And not even that long ago, 1971. That's 50 years. That's someone's lifetime. Someone has seen Orlando change from just a random city with an Air Force station to the biggest tourist destination in America. Like, isn't that crazy to you all? That's crazy to me. I'm excited about history, all right? I'm gonna make you all excited. If you're not excited yet, you will be, all right? This is also really cool. There's a memorial for the, I guess the Orlando, like the security dogs, the canines. His name is Rocky. Look at my memorial right here. Really sweet. It really is moments like this and like history memorials like this that kind of like bring my patriotism back out. Like, things like the American flags, like, as much as you want to, I'm not going to get into politics right now, but as much as some people might say living in America sucks because of the politics, I don't think we appreciate how lucky we are just to be born in America, if you are, or if you make it here. Like, do you understand, like, just the freedom aspects and how much, like, growth you really do, like, the potential you have for growth here? Like, stuff like this doesn't happen in other countries. Like, trust me, I've been around the globe. I know what it's like. I'm not just like just talking. Like, I've seen it. I know what it's like. And literally every time I come back from a foreign country, I'm so excited to be back because America really is so special. And while I'm educating you all on history, I believe that is Orlando's flag. I feel like that's pretty easy to determine. That's obviously the American flag. And that flag, I'm honestly not sure about. This is where I get to do some research to figure that out. It says, Great Sale of the State. Oh, it's the Florida flag. Oops. Wow. I feel like I definitely should have known that. That should have been an easy thing to figure out, to be honest. Florida, Orlando, America. That should not have been hard. What's also interesting to me about this park, I don't know if you all can see this or not, but there's a lot of seating. Like, look at this. There's a picnic table over there, a picnic table over here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 benches everywhere. There's a road sign. And no one's here. People don't, I genuinely, I'm so serious, I don't think people know this exists. That the fact there's an airplane graveyard in Orlando. And I know what you're gonna say, Jason, it's just an airplane. That's all it is. You're gonna come here, you're gonna park your car, and you're gonna walk up to an airplane, and that's about it, right? I know what you're thinking. You think it's just it's a little, I don't know what the word is. Not worth it. Well, let me tell you something right now, all right? Know your role and shut your mouth. That's I think Stone Cold or The Rock. I think it's The Rock. Top 10 greatest Americans: Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, John Cena. There you go, top 3 right there, easily. I could probably think of some others, but that's what I got off the top of my head right now. I don't know, man. There's just really something special to me, I feel like, about physical history. Like, it's one thing to learn about it in a textbook, it's nothing to see it. Like, when I went to Athens and I saw the Parthenon, it was insane to me. Like, because I don't know, I feel like you almost, at least me personally, when I hear about history or when I learned about it, I just think of it more as like stories, not necessarily actual historical events. Like, a historical event to me is something that I've lived through. I lived through COVID. That was the thing that happened. But for kids, I think in 20, 30 years when they learn about this in school or learn about COVID in school, to them it's just gonna be sounding like such a foreign concept. Like, what do you mean you were locked in for 2 years? What do you mean everyone was wearing masks? Like, to them, I feel like it's just gonna be a story that like they won't really be able to comprehend, right? Maybe they will because we'll have videos and stuff, so things will be different. Like, have there been videos of why do I keep going to Julius Caesar? Have there been videos of them making the pyramids? Like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't think it was such a story. I would be like, no, that actually happened. But I don't know. There's something about seeing stuff in person that will really change the way you see things. So you gotta get out there. You gotta be here. You gotta touch it. You gotta appreciate it, man. That's what I'm trying to say. If there's one thing I can beg you all to do, it's just appreciate history, to know where you came from. Because if you're gonna get somewhere, you gotta know where you came from, all right? It's a lot easier to know where you're going when you know where you've been.
I might just wait here for a little bit.